Hi, in this video we'll take a tour of Canvas. So when you log into the MyYC portal, you see the Canvas on the front page. When you go to our class, this is what will be on the front page. So on the home page you'll have my information, contact information, Zoom office hours the first week of class. This will change depending on what's convenient for students after the first week. To make an office hour appointment, you click on the Calendly link and then schedule your office hours in half-hour increments. There is a video contained on the front page that lets you know how to do that. There's also a link to tutoring services and learning center and course navigation. So if you want to get to any of the modules quickly, you can do that from here. Okay, so that's the front page. Then how is our class set up? So when you take a look at modules and click on modules, the first module is the Getting Started module that will help you get ready for the class. So when you click on Getting Started Activities, go ahead and do the syllabus quiz. So you'll want to read the syllabus and then do the syllabus quiz. And then participation is by accessing the course in MyLab and then completing the first homework assignment. So there are videos, the welcome video, the tour of Canvas, tour of MyMathLab are posted here as well. Then on the next page, the course syllabus, there's a PDF version that you can click on and it will open. Or you can read the syllabus directly on here. So the syllabus goes through the course description, office hours the first week, here's what we're going to be doing, the learning outcomes, communication, important, please check your Canvas inbox. This is where I'll email you. I'll also put announcements for each week and check those as well, or have your settings on Canvas so that it sends you your announcements via email, or make sure you check the announcement page at the beginning of every week. Technology is going to be on Graphing Calculator if you have one, and StatCrunch. And StatCrunch is a software package that comes with our textbook. Textbook materials are here. Required is a MyMathLab access code. And you can either buy a standalone code or you can buy it bundled with a textbook, a soft loose leaf textbook. It just depends on what your preference are. The textbook itself is included electronically with your access code. And then please read the items pretty carefully when you do your syllabus quiz. It will be in here, all of the assessment measures, homework, discussion board for each module, test for each module, an online portion and a written portion, a midterm and a final. There's some policies for makeup work, how to check your overall grade. It's actually in both Canvas and MyMathLab. The points possible, final grades, and institutional policies and procedures. So your syllabus quiz, after you read the syllabus, take the syllabus quiz, and that will, you can come back and revisit anytime. So I'll go back to the modules. You've got the welcome, the course syllabus, then you've got your syllabus quiz. When you're ready to take the quiz, remember to just click on submit when you're finished. Okay, so you have unlimited attempts. I want you to get all 10 questions right. The next thing that's in the module after the syllabus quiz is how to enter MyLab and Mastering with your MyMathLab access code. When the course opens, there will be a button over here that says MyLab and Mastering. These are the login instructions for you to enter. So if you've already purchased your access code, then when you enter, it's going to ask you for the code. If you've purchased one already, you'll put the code in at this time, or you can purchase an access code directly from the site. There are a couple of options. The least expensive is 18-week access. It's usually for a full year. That's in case you need to, if you drop the course and take it again within a year, then you don't have to buy the code again. If you buy an 18-week access and drop the course and add later, then you have to buy the code again. And if you need temporary access, you can select that, and that means that you get free access for 2 weeks until you have time to get your code. Okay, so that's information on how to do that. Then there's a module that has student resources, course assignments by week, lets you know what we're doing every week and what the due date is. Okay, so that's important. I'll have a PDF version in here as well so that you can print that out. Then in student, we also have hints and tips for success, so please read through these. One important one for technology I did want to go over. There's some common technology issues in my math lab. Sometimes it won't allow a pop-up, so make sure you've allowed pop-ups. When browsers update, it affects sometimes how my math lab works, and there's a weird login error. So what I do is switch browsers. I go back and forth between Chrome and Firefox. If that doesn't work, same if you have trouble with StatCrunch, then what I do is clear cache and cookies, and you can Google that to see how to do that on your web browser. It does not work well with Safari. Okay, there are YC tech issues, and then there's some hints and tips for success. Very important, I do want to note that please spend or expect to spend at least 6 to 9 hours per week. When you take an online course, sometimes you try to just fit it in when you can, but try to make that into and part of your regular schedule. Okay, so read through. There are a lot of items in here on how to be successful in the class. All right, so how is the content set up? So each content module, we'll look at one example, has an assignment calendar, notes and resources, and then it goes through the assignments. Homework number 1, module 1 discussion, homework 2, 3, review test, test number 1, chapter 1, the online version, and test number 1, written assignment. Okay, so the assignment calendar walks you through what's due for the week. It's just a shorter version of the assignment calendar in the Getting Started, or the resources. The chapter 1 notes and resources is very important. This is where your notes are and videos are to help you learn the content. These are in addition to what's in my math lab. So there are additional resources, videos on what is statistics and introductory, additional resources. If you take a look at the notes, and I'm going to use the notes for a different chapter. Well, I can use it here. Okay. So if these are the notes for section 1, notice it goes through. So as you read the textbook in my math lab, this is to help you follow along and take your own notes. These video solutions are connected directly to my math lab. So when you click on that, there will be a video from my math lab that pops up with the video solutions of the problems. These are also can be accessed in my math lab, which is in a different video. So it'll be linked to videos you play.
In this example, we'll take a look at the problem.
And these are the ones in my math lab. They're just linked on your chapter notes, inside the notes, to make it a little bit easier for you to find. Okay, so that's what's in the notes and resources. And then as you work along in the module, it'll go through each assignment. So here's homework number 1. You can access it, well, it's not open until the 14th, but you can access it through the modules, or I'll show you how to access your homework directly through my math lab. There'll be a My Math Lab button here, and you can access it either way. I've had better luck. Students have told me they have better luck accessing it through here to go to the My Math Lab site, but it's in both places. All right, so that's where your information is. So each module will have homework, a discussion. So let me click on the first discussion. This particular discussion is a group discussion because there are 10 vocabulary words. So I've made it groups of 8, 9, or 10. So in the first discussion, you'll select a vocabulary word, provide the definition and a real-world example in your initial post, and then that'll be worth 6 points. Then wait a little bit and then go back and read a post, and part 2 is to reply to 2 other posts, adding your real-life example of the term that they defined. So you want to make sure that each person initial post is a different word. So before you post, check and make sure that somebody didn't already define your word. Okay, so there will be a discussion board with every module. This is our first module discussion board. Then every module will have an online quiz that's in my math lab, and then it will have an online or a written assignment. So the first written assignment is due 25 points for each, is due February 2nd. The directions are here. So when you open it, it's in a PDF format. These are the directions for your assignment. Our first written assignment, I'm going to have you read 2 articles. The first article, and they seem good articles to read in this time, How Coronavirus Stress May Scramble Our Brains. I don't know if you felt that way, but I have at some points over the last 10 months. Then after you read the article, there are some questions below. The second article has to do with a study examining immune responses in people hospitalized with COVID-19. Our first chapter has a lot to do with studies and identifying parts of studies. So this is a article to read as well, and then you've got some questions at the end. So when you're done with your written assignment, you'll type out your questions on a Word document, and then when you're ready, I've got a sample of a completed study here. So if you're not quite sure what I'm asking on the questions, I've got a sample article and then sample solutions to questions similar to the ones that I'm asking you. When you're all done, when you turn it in, there will be a submit button up here, and you'll submit it as a file, either a Word document or a PDF. And that's part of the written directions. So you're going to type your answers on a separate sheet, submit as a single word rich text or PDF file, answers only, not the articles, and include your name on the assignment file. So you've one complete module has all of those components, and each module will have the same components as you work through the course.